Okay, now I'm going to show you the 3 steps to be able to have good health, okay, and better wellness. Now, most of the time people think, and most of the time people dream to have good health, okay, or better wellness. But most of the time, some people just do one thing and expect that thing to be able to give them the complete health. But health is a whole big system. The body is a whole big system. And there are a few organs that you have to really take care of to be able to maintain better health. And these 3 steps, or these 3 organs, are keeping a healthy DNA in your cells. Why the DNA in your cells? Because the DNA actually, which is found in the chromosomes, and especially the telomeres that have repeated DNAs, actually codify for our capacities to be able to repair damages in the body. So this DNA gets codified, and what do we produce? Proteins. Now the question is, what are these proteins? These proteins are everything you have in your body. You know, we talk about all the enzymes that are necessary for digestion, all the hormones that actually regulate the body. And you know, with the hormones we have that neurological part that actually works with the hormones. So neurology has to do with the proteins. Everything in your body has to do with the proteins. The receptors you have are all proteins, and and so on and so forth. Everything in your body, every molecule in your body is a protein. And that is why if we have a healthy cell and a healthy DNA, and we reduce, most especially the oxidative stress, we have a good production, and this leads to better functions in the body. Now the second thing is the heart. Now we have to keep our heart in very good health. It is not just about doing tests or seeing a specialist when you have to see a specialist. It is about keeping these cells in good health so that they make the heart function well, as well as the brain, as well as all the other organs, because the heart actually gives all the oxygen and the nutrition we need for the cells. Okay, it is that organ that is a great pump, and it's very important, okay, that it stays in good health from the moment we are born till the day we actually are no more. So this heart actually has to continue working well to be able to keep us in good health, and this is very important to be able to live a good life till the end of our days. So the heart is what we should pay much attention to. So do more researches in your heart, meet your specialist, and take good care of yourself, not only on taking care of the diseases, but taking care of the organ so that you maintain it in good health. So using all the vitamins, minerals, and necessary molecules needed for a good function of your heart. Now the third, and one of the most important, is the vertebral column. Or you can call it the spine, as most people call it. Now the spine is the root of the human body. It is one of the most important organs that many people pay less attention to. We have more than 15 million new cases of back pain every year, even though we have many specialists or many professionals in the field. The chiropractors, the osteopaths, the physiotherapists, the manual therapists, those physicians actually that take care of the vertebral column, the physique in general. But many people do not know how to maintain their vertebral column. Most of the time we just go and take our vertebral column when we have back pains. Now the vertebral column has to be taken care of as it has to be taken care of exactly the way we brush our teeth every morning. So it has to be taken care of like our teeth. Every day we have to learn, or we have to increase the length of a vertebral column, to avoid compression. So we have to decompress, okay, so that we do not have all those pathologies that come along with compression of the vertebral column, like herniated discs, like scoliosis, and many other diseases we have on the vertebral column. Now, for those of you who saw those videos on how you can extend your vertebral column, now if you can extend your vertebral column by 6 centimeters in just a click, doing it on your own without using any machines, because you are the perfect machine. You only have to learn from many people, not just the specialists or the professionals. Learn from kids. Watch kids, the 1 and 2 year old kids, how to place the vertebral column, how they stay in a good posture, okay, how they sit down. Now I've learned so many things from kids, and the way they do that, they always keep the vertebral column straight and active, and that's perfect. And the vertebral column has to be kept decompressed, and it has to be rotated all the time, and extended all the time, so that the more we grow, the more we have a healthier vertebral column. Okay, now if this vertebral column has to be kept in good health right from the beginning, from the moment we put in our diapers. So this to maintain the vertebral column has to do with mothers, has to do with parents who actually change diapers in their babies all the time, because the legs actually are bonded to the vertebral column. Okay, and the vertebral column is the root only because there are many nerves that leave the vertebral column and go to the organs, and this has nerves everywhere in our body that maintain the functions of everything we have in our body. Then what I'm talking about is maintaining the cells in good function. So we have all the signals that leave the brain and go to the cells of our organs to keep them functional. Now, I saw many patients during the past years, to yesterday. I saw many people with hypertension who came to me really rigid, and they said that they were feeling bad because they didn't know what was happening. They had headaches and back pain. Well, no, some of them didn't even have back pain, but no, they had hypertension. The maximum pressure was 200, and the minimum was kind of 115. Now, they wanted drugs immediately, and I told them, look, I see the way you walk, I see the way you stand, and I see the way you look, and you are just under tension physically. So I won't give you the drug. Well, before I give you the drug, look, let's try to do something very simple. This person I'm talking about right now is a 45-year-old guy. He had doing gyms all the time. He was muscular, and he was he seemed kind of very active, like a young person. So he told me he goes to the gym all the time, he does exercises, so he doesn't think doing exercises with me something will change. And I told him, okay, fine, just let me see the kind of exercises you've been doing. Say he was doing all the press-ups and doing all those things that you do in the gyms. And I told him, okay, fine, let's just do what I'm going to teach you right now, the extension of your vertebral column in just 2 minutes. So we did that for 2 minutes. He learned well. He did that in 2 minutes, and he sat down. 5 minutes later, I took his blood pressure, and guess what? His blood pressure, the maximum was 120, and the minimum was 95. So he didn't have any other reason to take the drugs for the previous high blood pressure. I saw other patients who had problems in lifting their knees, and they thought they had problems in their knees, because they felt all the pain in their knees, or they had problems around their legs, or the toes, or some other people had problems here and here. So all I did was extend the vertebral column, and guess what? The pain here reduced. The functions of those organs actually were better. So, for example, the woman with problems in the knees actually could do this, and she couldn't even do that before. She lifted her knees, okay? And many other people like who had this limit around their shoulders, actually who couldn't lift it, you know, just extending the vertebral column, they were able to do this, you know, and they had these problems for many years, you know, and they said they saw so many physicians, they saw so many specialists, and they weren't able to solve it. Now, we actually have not been extending our vertebral column. You know, for those of you who are seeing it, we have to learn how to activate the vertebral column and extend the vertebral column before we do any kind of exercise or while we're doing other exercises. So keeping the vertebral column in good health, that is extended and straighter, actually reduces all the risk of having many other problems. Not only physically, because that's what we see, but imagine if this hand had problems functioning really well, that is, if you couldn't rotate, and after extending a vertebral column, people could do this, you know, after years that they couldn't do that. Imagine what happens to the cells in your organs here from the moment we decompress your vertebral column. All those nerves that leave and go to your vessels, to the organs, and maintain the good functions will activate themselves and will start working better. So I recommend you see the videos, you know, I prepared for you to extend your vertebral column and to be able to increase your body functions, not only at a level, not only a physical level, but at cellular level. Now, I'm beginning to think, what about all those people who have these diseases around their organs? You know, if what happens to them physiologically before they extend the vertebral columns and after they extend the vertebral column. That would be great, right? The extension of the vertebral column is really important to be able to maintain a good health, a better aging or healthy aging. So it's not just about the vertebral column, it's just about the heart, it's about, especially about your cells, but we'll talk about this in a different video. Now, the vertebral column is the issue today, and many people pay less attention to the vertebral column. Now, this is very important for kids who are growing because they will have a healthier vertebral column, and that's going to change the statistics, because if we have more than 50 million new cases of back pain today, if we teach our kids, especially in the schools, how to extend the vertebral column, okay, during their exercises at school, now if they learn how to extend the vertebral column like my kids do, you know, they will have a healthy vertebral column. Now, most parents won't have to, most people won't have to worry about the scoliosis anymore, because the problem is not the scoliosis, the problem is keeping the vertebral column decompressed. So it doesn't matter if it has scoliosis, because at times it doesn't give symptoms, but on the long run, it's a problem, especially if it's a problem when we have the compressions. So what you'll see in the next videos is the decompression, okay, and that's very important. It doesn't matter the shape, because today we know that the vertebral column can be mobilized and stabilized even in different directions. So it's not just straight like this, we can just mobilize it, and if we learn how to move the muscles, it will be really mobile and decompressed, most especially. So not only kids will have good results on the long run, we have adults that will have good results as they age, you know, and that will reduce the impact that or the incidence of having diseases, okay, that are caused by malfunctions of the nervous system. And we have other people who, the handicaps, who are sitting on the chairs, or the elderly people who have problems in doing exercises or going to the gyms. Now, you can keep your vertebral column in a good shape even just by sitting down and doing the exercises of extensions. Okay, so it's not the usual extensions you've been doing in the gyms till date. No, today this is the stabilization and mobilization of the vertebral column is one of the best things you can ever do for yourself. You know, increasing the length of your vertebral column in just one click is something you should learn to be able to maintain a good health and for healthy aging on the long run, because the vertebral column is the root of your body, and we have to take care of that root in the body, because we are a tree of muscles and good functions and energy. So the root is the vertebral column, so we have to take care of that. So I hope you guys will watch the next video so that you learn better how to extend your vertebral column, because it's not just about the vertebral column, but it's about maintaining good functions around around your organs, and especially in your brains. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next videos.